Welcome to the Coastal Kitchen. Hi, I'm Karen Mashures, and this is Simply Thanksgiving. And the name says it all. If there is only one of you, or two, or three, or four, this is the perfect meal for you. We're doing it as simply as possible, and we're going to have a menu that consists of a beautifully roasted chicken with gravy, some stuffing to go along with that. We're going to have broccoli salad and sweet mashed taters, and of course finishing off with derby pie. But we're going to start that right now. So we're starting off with some flour. We've got a half a cup of all-purpose flour just in the bowl. And we have a cup of granulated sugar. This makes it real easy. One bowl, one quick thing. Some pecans, and we're using about 3/4 a cup to a cup. Just depends on how many you want to use, and I like to use them all. So we've got that. Chocolate chips, about 6 ounces. Small package is good, and you can use milk chocolate. If you want to, you can use dark chocolate. All right, I'm just gonna give that a quick twirl here. And I've got 2 eggs, and I'm just gonna break those eggs up a little bit. They go right on top. And one more thing I've got that I have already put in the microwave and let cool is a stick of butter. So that just goes right in the bowl now. If you put it in too hot, the chocolate chips melt a little bit too much, so just be careful with that one. All right, some vanilla. And we're gonna make sure that this is stirred real good. Love the smell of vanilla. It just makes you feel like the holidays are here. Okay, let's get this together. It doesn't take much. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit. The simple part is a pie crust that has been frozen, and I've got it on a little tin-foiled pizza plate, and I have put a tiny bit of water in my egg mixture here. Use just an extra egg, and just brush it around the crust. That'll make it brown really nice. All right, all done there. Now, all you have to do is pour this into the crust. And it's nice and thick. So get it all in. Make sure you get every last chocolate morsel here. I've got to thank Judy Rickenbacker for this recipe. She gave it to me in 1979. I have been making it for Thanksgiving ever since. All right. Now this goes into a 325-degree oven for an hour. Just make sure you check it every once in a while. So we've got the oven going. Gonna put this in, and we're gonna go straight to our chicken. All right, now it's time to do our chicken. This is so quick and easy. I've just got about a 3.5 to 4 pound chicken. Nice size for 2 people, and even 4 can use this. All right, I have washed it, taken out the giblets, and I have patted it dry with paper towels. So the next thing I'm gonna do is take olive oil, and I'm just gonna spread olive oil completely over every surface. All right, now don't worry about taking off any extra skin, because that's just gonna add to the juices. So we're gonna get this olive oil off my hands real quick, and I'm gonna take about a tablespoon of salt and put it in a little bowl. I've got some lemon pepper, and I've got some fresh ground pepper. I'm gonna put that in, just give it a little stir. And we are going to pat that into the skin of this chicken. So just sprinkle a little bit around. cover the surface. And I'm going to turn it over and do the same thing on the back side. Just pat it in good. This makes the skin nice and crispy. All right, I have had my oven on 450 degrees for about 30 minutes, and I put a 12-inch cast iron skillet in the oven to heat with a little tiny bit of oil in the pan. Not much, just enough to keep it from sticking. So this is the trick to the chicken. We're gonna put it in my hot pan. Let's get that out. Put it right there. And we're gonna transfer this chicken right into the hot pan, and you will hear it sizzle. First thing I've got to do though is tie up these legs. So just put a piece of twine underneath, make it look pretty. So let's get that tied. I'm gonna go around twice. All right, tied up. Now we're gonna put the chicken right in the hot pan. Hear that go? Okay, now we're gonna try to push the chicken wings. Be very careful. Underneath the back, just the tips. You don't want them to burn, and you might have to break the wing. If not, no big problem. They'll just get a little bit browner than normal. Okay, let's put this back in the oven, 450 degrees for about 35 minutes. In the middle. Okay, that's gonna stay in 35 minutes. We're gonna check the temperature, and after we do that, we'll turn the oven off and let it sit for another 30 minutes. So I'm gonna clean up a little bit and we'll be right back.
How Mom plus Charlotte Electric plus Maytag equals one legendary apple pie. It begins with the finest ingredients kept Maytag fresh. Then, Maytag's precise baking means the flakiest, tastiest crust ever. Finally, her ultra-quiet Maytag dishwasher makes cleanup ultra easy. Mom, apple pie, and Maytag. Dependably yours at Charlotte Electric Stores.
ATMC Security is changing the way you connect with your home, making it safer, smarter, and more efficient. Now you can manage your home wherever you are with a single app. Lights, locks, thermostats, 24-hour security monitoring, and more, which means you always come back to a safe, comfortable home. Monitoring services start as low as $17.95 per month. Make your home a smart home with ATMC Security.
Welcome back. I am getting ready to make our cranberry sauce. Now, you can get one in a can if you'd like. They have different kinds, the jellied and the whole cranberry, but I like to make this cranberry relish. You use fresh cranberries, about a 16-ounce bag, 1 orange, and I am cutting the orange into 1/8. And then I'm going to turn the orange around and make sure that there is no pith. Let's get my processor ready and throw that in. So take the white vein off and just throw it right in. Okay, last piece of the orange, and you notice that I have left the rind on. Okay, I'm gonna cut me a nice hunk of lemon. Make sure you get all the seeds out if you can. And we're gonna put about a teaspoon of lemon juice right in. And I am going to take my washed cranberries and put them right on top. Okay, now we're gonna pulsate these until it's finely chopped. I always like to go in and just bring the top part that has not gotten chopped back into the mixture, and let's do it again. All right, that looks like it's where I want it. Nice and fine, but you've still got some delicate pieces. All right, let's get this out. And you can put this back in the same bowl. This is so easy and it's so fresh and smells like the holidays too. This and vanilla are two of the best smells. Okay, all done but the sweetness. Now we're gonna put some sugar right on top, and I am going to make sure that this completely goes throughout the entire mixture. We're gonna give this a nice stir. See how easy? This is so easy. 4 ingredients and it is done. Now we're just gonna cover this with saran wrap, put it in the fridge, and you know, this will keep in a freezer for about a week. If you leave it in the fridge, I'd do 3 days. All right, we're gonna do this, then I'm gonna get straight on our broccoli salad.
Today's households are using more connected devices than ever before. TVs are streaming, smartphones are browsing, security cameras are watching, and virtual assistants are, well, assisting.
You'll need an umbrella today.
As you add more devices, we are constantly improving our technology to deliver the fastest and most reliable internet to your home. So make sure you have enough bandwidth. Get speeds up to 1 gig with high-speed internet from AT&C. It's the speed you need to connect all your devices. Call today.
At ATMC, it's all about you. So when you build your own bundle at atmc.com, you get exactly the services you want, like blazing fast internet with speeds up to 1 gigabit per second, more than 200 channels of digital cable, unlimited nationwide calling, plus the safest home on the block. At ATMC, you get faster speeds, more choices, and bigger savings, because it's all about you. Build your bundle today with ATMC.
All right, it's time to take our pie out of the oven. Let's do that real fast. Ooh, looks absolutely wonderful. Okay, we're gonna take this out and put it straight on my cooling rack. And we're gonna let this cool completely before we do anything with it. Okay, pie done. Cranberry done, chicken in the oven, and now we're going to broccoli salad. Okay, I have been working on my broccoli. This is called a broccoli crown. Okay, what we're going to do is we are going to take our broccoli crown and cut it into small florets. And what I have in my hand is the large floret. And we're gonna take the stem as far off as I can and break this off into little pieces. And I'm gonna do this to that whole crown. We're using 3 altogether. All right, last one. And we're just gonna break this up, cut it down if you need to, and we've got our broccoli done. Okay, now I have bacon. A simple and easy way is to buy the pre-cooked bacon or the real bacon bits. But I baked this in the oven and I have chopped it up. I want it nice and firm bites, but we're gonna take that, put that right on top. Okay. Next comes some pecans. Seems like we're using a lot of pecans today, but they're wonderful. Raisins. You can use the dark raisins or you can use the golden raisins. It's just up to you, whatever you have on hand. So let's put our raisins in. And now I've got a nice little bowl of mayo. And To that, I am going to add balsamic vinegar. Now, if you don't have balsamic, you can use just regular vinegar, apple cider vinegar. We're gonna put in sugar. Gotta make it sweet. You know how the holidays are. And we're just going to incorporate these 3 ingredients. So we've got pecans, bacon, raisins, broccoli, and our dressing to go on top. We're gonna make an onion come about in about 2 minutes, because that's the last thing I like to add. Okay, this is good. We're gonna put it right over the top. Don't worry about little lumps, because that will go away as it marinates, because this has got to marinate too. All right, now, onion. I'm using half of a large purple onion. And all I'm gonna do is slice it in thin slices, and then we're gonna chop it up to a nice dice. All right, now, onions done and no tears. So this all goes in the bowl. And we're gonna give it a nice stir to get all of that dressing to coat the broccoli. All right, nice and coated. Now this is gonna go in the fridge also. We're gonna cover it with saran wrap. We're gonna put it in the fridge, and in about an hour, I'm gonna toss it again. After that, I like to leave mine in overnight because I think the flavors really are brought out with that waiting process. But you can eat after 2 hours. So we'll be back in just a second. I'm gonna check my chicken, make sure it's doing what it's supposed to be doing, and we'll see you right back at the Coastal Kitchen.
How Mom plus Charlotte Electric plus Maytag equals 1 legendary apple pie. It begins with the finest ingredients kept Maytag fresh. Then, Maytag's precise baking means the flakiest, tastiest crust ever. Finally, her ultra-quiet Maytag dishwasher makes cleanup ultra easy. Mom, apple pie, and Maytag. Dependably yours at Charlotte Electric Stores.
Getting an alert the kids made it home safely or need to let guests in when you're not there. That's ATMC Security. And then there's the time when having professionally monitored smart home security really matters. ATMC Security offers remote access, real-time alerts, video monitoring, and interactive security, keeping you connected to your home from wherever you are. Start with 24/7 emergency monitoring for burglary, smoke, fire, and carbon monoxide for as low as $17.95 per month. ATMC Security. Safeguard your home.
All right, chicken's out. Temperature is perfect. So let's get this over on my board to rest. Okay. Ooh, that smells so good. All right, now I'm keeping all these drippings because I want to use that in my gravy when we get ready to eat. All right, we're getting ready to do our stuffing. And I have already made my boxed stuffing mix, which is the simply part. And I am going to take some celery. I've got 3 stalks that I've diced up. And I'm gonna put it into my pan of hot butter. And right along with that, I'm gonna put some onion in just a minute. We're gonna get that going first. Let's get a spoon here. And I just want to get that to start to tenderize. I used 1/2 of a stick of butter. Now I'm going to turn this up just a little bit. We're going to get these nice and soft, and this is going to go with our toast. Let me show you what I've done over here. I've taken 3 pieces of bread, toasted it, and torn it up into just tiny little pieces. I've got some stock, chicken stock, and we're going to use that to get some moisture in there. Got a cup. I want to keep my stuffing nice and moist. And remember, this is the quick and easy recipe. All right, let's go back to our celery. All right, that's looking good. I'm going to put a tiny pinch of sage in my celery. Just want a nice little flavor of the stuffing mix. Just a pinch. Let's check our stuffing mix over here. We're going to toss that around with a fork. Because everything's going to go into this pot. We're going to put it in a greased casserole dish, and then we are going to put it in the oven for about 30 minutes. Let's keep that nice and hot. And let's get ready to put our onions in. All right, I've used a small to medium onion diced. I want all of that in there so it really radiates that fresh flavor. Now, you can put anything else in this mixture you want to. I like apple, and I like to throw a couple of raisins in. So if you have something special that you like, this is the stage to put it in. All right, looks like the celery and onions are all done. I'm gonna move it over here, and I am going to put it directly into this stuffing. All right, now it's time for the toast. That's going in. And I'm going to stir. I'm ready for Thanksgiving. How about you guys? Now, let's bring this over here. And I've got a buttered dish, and we are going to transfer this into the dish. Ooh. The best part is there's enough for leftovers. All right, let's get this last little bit in. And we are ready to put this in the oven. I'm going to put it in 350 degrees, and let's just spread it around here with my fork. And I'm going to keep an eye on it. I want a nice little crust, but not too done. So here we go, in 350 for about 30 minutes. Now we're going to get ready to do our sweet potato casserole. All right, we're starting on our sweet potato casserole. Now, I have used the simple method. Instead of baking the sweet potatoes, I've used canned. And I have drained the liquid, and I am now mashing. So it's really simple, it goes really quick, and it won't take long until I'm eating all this wonderful Thanksgiving food. Okay, I like to mash, but I also like to leave some pieces. So there we go. All right, 2 eggs. Some milk. And some vanilla. About a teaspoon. And let's stir. Let's break those eggs up. Okay, everything is in, and we are going to pour the butter. And I'm just going to make a little well. It's been melted, but I want to get everything in because it was cooled. So we're going to mix that together, and we'll just about have this done. All right, let's put this into my casserole dish, and I've got a greased casserole dish, and we're just going to fill it up. The best part is if you have any extra, You can put it in a tiny ramekin, freeze it, and you've got something for later. And I have enough for a little bit left over. Okay, that's gonna sit right there. Let me grab a fork. I've got brown sugar. Can't go wrong with brown sugar. Flour. All right, so we're gonna get this flour mixed in with all this sugar. And as soon as I do that, it's got another ingredient that is essential, and that is butter. So we're gonna pour the butter in real fast, about 1/3 of a cup, and get this wet. Now it's time for pecans. We're gonna put about a cup in. I'm gonna put a little bit at a time here at the end. I think all of our grandmothers made it with marshmallow, but I have a tendency to like this one a little bit better. Last of the pecans. And now it's hands. So I'm gonna go in and just squeeze it together, and we're gonna put a nice crust on the top of our sweet potatoes. Okay, real easy. All right, I like to cover it to the edges, and then a little extra in the middle for good measure. And now it's ready to go into a 350-degree oven, about 35 minutes. And the best thing about these dishes is the cranberry, the broccoli salad, the sweet potatoes, they can all be made the day before. So all you have to do is put them in the oven. All right, in the oven, 350 for 35 to 40 minutes. We've just about got everything ready. I'm gonna get things set up, and we'll see you after we have a word from our sponsor.
How Mom plus Charlotte Electric plus Maytag equals 1 legendary apple pie. It begins with the finest ingredients kept Maytag fresh. Then, Maytag's precise baking means the flakiest, tastiest crust ever. Finally, her ultra-quiet Maytag dishwasher makes cleanup ultra easy. Mom, apple pie, and Maytag. Dependably yours at Charlotte Electric Stores.
Well, thank you for joining me at the Coastal Kitchen. I hope all of you have a very, very wonderful holiday season. I can say that I'm going to have fun in a few minutes with my friends. We've got derby pie, sweet potato casserole, roasted chicken, broccoli salad, stuffing, rolls, and I'm ready to eat. So I hope you have fun this holiday season. You can check our recipes out. All you have to do is go to Facebook and type in the Coastal Kitchen. The one thing that I will tell you, the gravy recipe is right there waiting for you. Have a good one. I'm having some iced tea and getting ready to eat.
This is ATMC TV, your community channel.
It begins with a click, and just like that, you are immersed in a world of wonder, education, entertainment, information. Connect with family and friends from around the block or around the world. So when it's time to connect, ATMC will be there to make it happen. Now offering speeds up to 1 gig. Because at ATMC, it's all about you.
At ATMC, it's all about you. So when you build your own bundle, you get exactly the services you want. Like blazing fast internet with speeds up to 1 gigabit per second. Connect all your devices. And when you add premium Wi-Fi, you get whole home coverage. Here, here, and here. Add digital cable, unlimited home phone, plus security with smart home solutions, and save even more. Because it's all about you. Build your bundle with ATMC.